Today it's all about the $1 million proposal. Now, why is it called the $1 million proposal? It's called the $1 million proposal because this proposal specifically generated over $1 million worth of revenue for multiple companies, including the one that I'm currently doing now. This proposal to me has been refined, and I'll give you the exact reason as to why. But this proposal specifically does a couple of things. So number one, it speaks directly to the person that you're talking to. It provides a genuine experience. It's also honest and transparent, which I think is the key. Setting proposals is an absolute drag. I hate proposals. I've turned my businesses into subscriptions specifically because of my hatred towards proposals. I think every time that you get into a proposal aspect, you're more or less doomed and destined for failure. However, I do understand that in most cases, this is the exact thing that you need in order to obtain money, revenue, customers, etc., etc. So with that said, it is absolutely necessary. Now, this particular proposal can change based on the industry that you're in. So this primarily and specifically is for digital marketing type of agencies, or at the very least, some type of marketing aspects. But I think a lot of this applies. Now, first and foremost, you can download this template directly, and I'm willing to give this away for free in exchange for your email. It's going to be linked on the website, getfreeideas.com. With that said, the proposal. Now, in the very beginning of Penji's existence, in the very beginning of prior to Penji actually, was multiple organizations, one of which was called Dino Enterprise, the other one was called Waterfront Media. I did all the sales. So I was the one more or less pitching, I was the one selling. I was the one basically tweaking and creating all the proposals, and it ended up being an absolute drag. First and foremost, I thought that the best proposals had 15 pages, and we definitely had specific ones. Another story in particular was that every single proposal that we had a very fun fact, and this is a story and a rant, but I actually found I'm really big into wine. I love wine. I love the winemaking process. I love farming, and I put in my fun fact. I put fun facts. I put fun fact about X. She loves drinking wine after work, or something along those lines. And in short, I was thinking to myself, man, it's an intimate thing. It's unique. It's fun. It's playful. And then basically the woman sent me, was like, it's an automatic no because you wrote that in the proposal, which in fairness I do understand looking back, but at the time it was very playful and so on and so forth. With that said, don't do that. Don't be an idiot like me. Secondly, I would say when it comes to proposals, you want to make sure, in the very beginning it was 15 pages. Then we reduced it to PowerPoint. And then from PowerPoint, we're like, well, let's talk about the company, right? Let's talk about why people, the emotional aspects of a proposal. You want to be able to work with, we are X owned, minority based, we are Black owned. Our story is from, X X city, and here's what we do to give back to our city. All these emotional things are very important to the branding and to the culture of your organization. However, I have personally found that doesn't work necessarily. It doesn't work necessarily for me in the sales approaches that I use to inform people about the company. I don't necessarily think people buy for companies or from companies. They buy specifically from people. Now that can ultimately apply in the company as a person ashore, or whatever it may be. But for the most part, I would say keep the business completely out of the proposal process and stick very specifically to the problems that you're willing to solve. So how do you get that all encompassing? Well, 3 pages, not including the agreement, which can ultimately be refined as well, but 3 pages. One of which is a letter explaining yourself, thanking them for their time and what you're going to do for their business. The second thing is going to be essentially what you're going to do, and how much it costs and time and things like that if you bill based on time. Here are the things that I want to do, page 2. Page 3, what are the results and the outcome that you can expect based on what it is that you do. If you follow that formula, I think you will be an incredible salesperson and you will win a large majority of your proposals that you submit. If you don't like the proposal process like I do, turn everything into a subscription so it's super easy and it sells itself. That's why I created, obviously with the help with Penji, subscription, very easy to understand. I think subscriptions are kind of changing. I think hourly based could potentially be a very interesting component in the future. Too early to tell, but that's why I actually changed Weathervane's strategy to part-time and full-time. Very easy sell. Do you need a marketing person part-time? Do you need a marketing person full-time? If yes, what do you need? Okay, I need 20 hours. Great, that's going to be the cost. Okay, I need 40 hours. I need 80 hours. Okay, then you scale accordingly. To me, that is the best way. So if you're interested in this proposal, I'd be happy to share it with you. Feel free to make a comment below, and I will DM you directly for the particular, for the template. This template is going to be located on my website as well, so you will be able to use it and get it whenever you'd like, whether you watch this video right now or whether you watch this video 10 years from now. You'll be able to download this. It'll probably change. It probably won't exist in 10 years because who the heck knows what's going to happen next. So this is the $1 million proposal. In fact, it probably generated a lot more than $1 million, but to me, $1 million as a title of a YouTube video is a little bit appealing. So good luck, and I hope it works.